I'm Isaiah Banks. Today on Lincoln Now, Luka to the Lakers, a parent meeting tonight, and some Gahanna sports updates. Find Lincoln Now on Instagram.
Live from Gahanna, WGLH-TV presents Lincoln Live with Hudson Schulman and Sage Fogel.
The complexity behind the process, what it takes to schedule classes for 2,500 students.
Looking ahead, while winter sports compete, spring sports are getting ready. Information for multiple meetings.
And students shine in the spotlight, celebrating cultures throughout the school year.
Lincoln Live starts now.
Good morning, Lincoln. I'm Hudson Schulman.
And I'm Sage Fogel.
Hey, Sage, did you know that Puxatawny Phil predicted 6 more weeks of winter on Groundhog Day?
I did, Hudson. Why are you so upset about that?
Because it means there's 6 extra weeks before summer starts again.
Can we just get into the news, Hudson?
I guess. Have you ever wondered how your schedule is actually created?
For many students, scheduling seems as simple as picking classes and waiting for a final schedule.
But behind the scenes, there's a complex process that determines what classes each student gets into.
Our Parker Richard has the story.
At Gahanna Lincoln High School, home to over 2,000 students, creating schedules is no small task. Behind every course request and schedule, there's a careful process of planning and problem solving.
We really take pride in trying to meet every student's needs, both academically and finding things that they're interested in doing.
While the majority of students understand the gist of scheduling and what goes into it, little know what actually goes on behind the scenes.
Everything from what you guys see of coming down to put your student requests in, but once those requests are in, the behind-the-scene work starts.
Scheduling involves collaboration between staff, special tools, and countless adjustments while trying to fit thousands of unique schedules together.
Basically like an AI that can give us the backbone of the schedules. It'll sort of plug and play and do its best to get you the request that you had. But of course it's not perfect.
Because many students don't realize this, scheduling for them is about getting the classes they want, but it doesn't always go as planned.
Last year I requested a food class and I know a lot of people taking it and I didn't get it sadly, but there just weren't enough spots for me.
While sometimes this can cause frustration across students, it's important to remember that scheduling is a complex process with many moving parts, and sometimes there's just not enough seats for each class.
If we get numbers for the requests that show that there's a lot of desire to take foods, for example, then we're going to do our best to schedule more foods classes, but there's only so much we can do. So then there's just trying to get people their alternates if they don't get the classes that they wanted first.
Counselors here go above and beyond to help better every single student's time at Gahanna. And if you can better your counselor's experience by being patient, kind, and respectful, then I guarantee you will receive the same right back.
Assuming positive intent is one of the biggest things. We always do our best to give students every class that they request. We're a really large school, and sometimes that doesn't always work out.
So next time you feel frustrated or stressed about scheduling, remember that it is a long and complex process, and everything will work out and fit together in the end. This is Parker Richard for Lincoln Live.
Something upperclassmen look forward to every year is having the option to add early release or late arrival to their schedules. If you are going to be a junior or senior next year and this interests you, make sure to fill out the form. Here's Mr. Banks with some more information.
If you requested early release or late arrival as a 11th or 12th grader for next year, you need to have the form filled out right here. All right, you need to get this. You can get them in guidance office. You can also print them off your Google Classroom. There are some things that require for you to fill out, including you have your parent signature on there. You need to return this to Ms. Ali in the guidance department by Monday the 10th, February 10th. Get it in by the end of the day. You should be good to go.
Tonight is the junior parent meeting from 6 to 7 in the library. Juniors and their parents are encouraged to come, but students of any grade level are welcome to attend and start to plan ahead. The GLHS counselors will be covering topics like graduation requirements, planning for a senior year, and planning for your future. Again, this meeting is tonight from 6 to 7 in the library. Hey Hudson, Brooke's here.
I guess someone didn't give me the memo. Let's all wear stripes and not tell Hudson.
Sorry, Hudson. I guess Sage and I must have telepathy.
Take it away with the sports news.
Our boys soccer team is coming off of a great season and is now shifting their focus to next year as lifts have begun for the season. Here's Owen Neary with more information and the importance of showing up.
On Mondays and Wednesdays, bring your water and tennis shoes. We wear blue on Mondays and yellow on Wednesdays. underclassmen, it's really important that you show up. This is where we build our teamwork and community, and also strength in the gym. So make sure you come out to the weightlifting this year.
The girls lacrosse team has been conditioning and getting ready for their upcoming season. The parent information meeting will be held today at 7:15 in the annex. The players' attendance is welcome but not required. The parents will be able to meet the new coach and get information about tryout dates, and any questions about the season can be answered. Again, it will be at 7:15 tonight in the annex. 2 nights ago, the boys tennis team had an informational meeting regarding the upcoming spring season. If you couldn't make it to the meeting, then don't worry, we've got you covered. Here's Coach Schwinnen with a quick recap of what was discussed at the meeting.
Tonight we had our informational meeting for the boys tennis season this coming spring. If you were not able to make the meeting, that is totally okay. You can reach out to me in J385 anytime to get the information. We just talked about practice schedules. We talked about some of the upcoming meetings. We talked a little bit about final forms and what we need to see from you to be eligible to play this spring. So if you're interested in playing boys tennis this spring and you couldn't make the meeting on Monday night, that is totally okay. Just try to come and see me, Coach Schwinnen, in room J385, and I'll get you the information you need.
The swim postseason is underway, and a lot of swimmers competed in their last meet of the season on Saturday at Upper Arlington. Both teams faced tough competition and rose to the challenge. The boys placed 5th and the girls placed 8th. 95% of Gahanna swimmers' races were personal bests, and it was a great way to end the season for many swimmers. Sectionals is next up on Saturday, and many swimmers are still looking to qualify and compete at districts and states. Great season to all the swimmers who are done, and good luck to everyone who's still competing. Well, Lincoln, that's all what's happening with sports. Sending it back to the news desk for Sage and Hudson with more news.
Thanks, BT. Here at Lincoln, we host a lot of cultural events such as Diaspora and the Lunar New Year celebration that both happened recently.
These events are often very fun and entertaining for the student body and the community. But there's a deeper meaning behind these events. Our Macy Lamb has a story on why Gahanna's cultural events are so important.
At GLHS, there are students from many different backgrounds, cultures, and heritages from all over the world. Our diverse student body and staff creates an inviting atmosphere at school and allows for one another to learn about each other's cultures. A very important way we celebrate and highlight different cultures here at Lincoln is by hosting cultural shows and events at our school. These events allow students and staff to celebrate a culture different from their own and allow students to connect to their own or a different culture.
Cultural shows like Diaspora are so important. One, it represents the concept of diversity, which is so essential and foundational to community. We're all different. We all have different cultures, ethnicities. We also need to understand the importance that Black Americans and those of African descent have actually brought to this country. We are foundational. We have been here since its beginnings, and our influence has impacted all cultures, not only just in America, but also around the world.
Shows like Diaspora are extremely important when we talk about educating our student body. It shows that Black History Month isn't just about the figures that we hear like Martin Luther King Jr. or Rosa Parks or Malcolm X, who are very impactful and have done everything, and they did so much, but it shows that there's also other figures and there's other things, and it gives you culture, it gives you style, it gives you flair.
Not only do these cultural events and shows allow one another to learn about different cultures, it also builds and brings together the Gahanna community.
The Lunar New Year is very important to Chinese people and some other people from Asia. Gahanna is always a very diverse school, so it is always very important to bring all the different cultures together, to have people experience them and learn from each other. So it's fun, it's educational. We would like more activities like this. Everyone had fun today.
Having events like this is really important because we get to just spread the culture, especially cultures like Chinese culture, where not a lot of people are informed and know exactly what goes on. So when we get to do an event like this, we get to share our culture, traditions, and important things that go on in the Chinese culture, and it's just really fun to have.
It is extremely important that we take the time to learn about each other's cultures, as it is a great way to connect with someone from a different background and build an inclusive community. This is Macy Lamb for Lincoln Live.
Club 1332 is a new club here at Lincoln this year and has been very successful so far. They're hosting a big event where former Ohio State running back Master Teague is coming to share his testimony. This event is open to anyone, and the club is working to get more Ohio State football players to join. We talked to Garrett Barker to get some more information.
Something really cool is going to happen with Club 1332 is on February 27th, Master Teague, an old Ohio State running back, is going to come to the gym and give his testimony about how Jesus Christ has changed his life.
Thanks, Garrett. Well, that's all the news we have for you today.
But before we go, we'd like to show you some of the high and low lights from our ski club.
Bye.
Oh, yeah.